I spent literally the whole morning on TikTok. I spent the whole of last night on TikTok. And honestly, I'm sick of it, and I'm self-aware that I'm so addicted to it, but I can't help it because I feel like I always search something up on TikTok that I want to know, and then I just end up going into a rabbit hole. But I wanted to edit my 24-hour reading challenge, which I recently filmed, which is probably gonna come out way after this video depending on my posting schedule. But this video so far is around like 46 minutes, and I want to try and edit it down to 20 minutes or under. Editing is honestly my favorite part of filming because I just love seeing all the clips coming together, especially because I do a lot of vlogs. I'm halfway through editing my video, and right now it's like 15 minutes, and I don't really know how long it's going to be, but I'm getting a little bit tired of editing, so I decided to take a little break. I realized as well that I actually have 2 videos to edit because I have the 24-hour reading challenge, and then I also recently just changed my Kindle cover, which I also filmed that video. I'm planning to edit that as well, but probably in a later day because my goal today is to finalize the 24-hour reading challenge video. But next I wanted to make and pack some orders which I want to film for TikTok so that I can market my business. But before I do that, I wanted to talk about the book that I'm reading. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I honestly thought it was going to be such a basic book because with Beauty and the Beast retellings, there's honestly not that much you can do unless you do something like the Lunar Chronicles, where you use that as kind of an inspiration but create a whole other world out of it. But I am really enjoying this book. I feel like something about the writing is just so atmospheric and magical, and it's a pretty slow story, but it's so comforting to read, and something about the way that it's paced is just like perfect for the book. I think that things are gonna end in the way that I want it to end. I'm really excited because there was this certain thing that I felt like I knew it was gonna happen, and it is actually happening, so I'm excited to read that. But I am very close to the end of the book, and to be honest, I didn't really expect to like it that much, but while reading it, just the feeling it gives me and this whole magical world it transports me to, I just really like the vibe of it. But anyways, I'm gonna start making and packing my orders because that's gonna take quite some time to do. my sister today, which I'm really excited about because I've been wanting to go to this place for a while, but it's a bit far from where we live. So we're gonna be eating a lot of good food. There is some dessert that I want to try, and we're probably gonna go window shopping, but maybe not buy anything. Yesterday I did end up finishing editing my video. I just need to watch it over again before I complete the video to make sure that everything is okay. And I also finished reading Haunted, which I really enjoyed. I didn't go into it expecting to enjoy it that much. I've actually had it in my TBR for a really long time, and there was a time I think where I borrowed it from the library and I just didn't end up picking it up because something about me just didn't want to read it, if I'm being honest. And even this time I decided to read it because I've been wanting to read it for a while, but at the same time I was like, I don't really want to read it. I don't really know if that makes sense. Reading it, I ended up loving it. It was such a good book. It felt like you are in some kind of haze, like you're in a dream, and I just like the way that it was written. It just felt so magical, but at the same time it's so simple. Like, it's such a simple story because obviously it's a retelling, and I feel like it really speaks about, I guess, learning how to form a relationship with someone and the idea of loneliness and finding someone who kind of feels the same way. It's really hard to describe because it is obviously a romantic book, but I also feel like it's so much more than that, and it was really unexpected, but I love it so much. I want to start doing my Maxon haul vlog, which, if you guys don't know, is a trilogy that was initially written in German, and this is the unofficial translation. I don't think they even have an official English book, but I found the unofficial translations online and I want to read it because I want to see what it's about and where it goes, because I feel like those type of books, although they may be cringy, they're like my favorite to read, especially because they're just so fast, so fun, and I feel like, yeah, maybe they're a bit cringy, but I feel like it will make my heart flutter a little bit. Finished getting ready. I'm really excited to go. I started another video where I'm going to be reading Save Me, and I'm going to start reading it on the train. The train ride to the place we're going is pretty long, so I feel like I have a lot of time to read. I'm just really excited to eat food. Okay, there has been this dessert that I've been looking forward to eat, so hopefully it's there and I can try it. We ate at this Turkish restaurant where we had a mixture of beef and lamb, and we also ordered grilled halloumi, and this tasted so good. The garlic aioli was so light. I'm not the biggest fan of vegetables, but I ate the whole plate. We also did some window shopping, and when I mean by window shopping, it's literally we just look at the clothes and then we didn't even buy anything because we didn't really need it. They currently have a lot of 𝐸𝐮𝐸 clothes, which, look, I get that 𝐸𝐻𝐸 is really popular, but I don't know if these kind of clothes are cute or not. I cannot tell. They are cute, but I would never really wear them. We then went to Kmart, which, if you guys are Australian, you know it's like the best store ever, but I basically went to look at the book section because I was just curious to see what books they had, and a lot of them are obviously very popular TikTok books, so there's a lot of the hockey romances, Fourth Wing, etc., but they actually did have a good variety of books. And I think it's just interesting to see the selection of books change over this past year. And I also looked at the recent Crescent City book, and I'm kind of like, oh my god, it's so fat. I don't really know if I want to read it. But they also have a bunch of Harry Potter books. They had the Harry Potter picture books, and they had this really cool interactive book, which I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but it looks really cool. It looks very interesting. There was a bunch of pictures and things you could pull out. And while I would not buy this, I think it's really interesting to see how many things that they can make up to kind of sell the book. The dessert place that I wanted to eat at was unfortunately closed, so we went to another place that sold cakes and drinks, and this was a red velvet passion fruit cake, which it was pretty nice. It was very sweet, the cake was very moist, the passion fruit was barely there, and I struggled to put the straw in because I have no confidence when it comes to doing this, so I asked my sister to help me, and the drink tasted really good. I ordered this grape frappe, which tasted really nice. However, it was very artificial and sweet. Like, it didn't taste like grapes. It tasted like something that had grape flavor, and it also had a jelly in it, which didn't really taste nice without the drink. But my sister also ordered this coffee that was a mixture of coffee and orange juice, which is kind of a weird combination. But I'm not the biggest fan of coffee, and she allowed me to drink some of her coffee, and it tasted horrible. Okay, it was a mixture of the bitter orange juice. I feel like the orange juice with pulp inside it. My sister was kind of like, I don't think you'll like it, but I was curious, so I drank it, and yeah, it was not good. I also bought this iced lemon raspberry scone, which was a limited edition, and it tasted so good. I started reading Save Me and I am really enjoying it. There's something about romances like this that I absolutely eat it up. It's in an academic setting and I love Ruby and James so much, especially the whole like rich poor girl kind of trope, and even though it's somewhat cringy, it's just really fun to read. I kind of skipped to the rest of the books in the series because I like spoiling myself, especially when it comes to plots like this, because there's nothing much to it, okay? And I was basically just looking through because I wanted to see all the angsty part. I was just skimming through it, so I'm obviously gonna read it after I finish reading Save Me. But I'm so excited because just seeing the development of all the friendships, James and Ruby, I love them so much. I absolutely love James as well because you can see his adoration for Ruby, especially because I feel like some guys, they seem a little bit arrogant, but this guy seems literally so obsessed. I also got a little package that I wanted to unbox because I know what it is, but I keep buying stuff from AliExpress and I don't really need to buy anything, but I keep doing it. I think this is a phone case. So I basically got a phone case for my phone because my phone case right now, it's still working, it's still intact because my last phone case, the border kind of broke, but it is getting a little bit yellow, so I may want to switch it soon. And I bought something else. I think I know what it is, but okay, it was not what I was expecting. I was kind of like, this seems a little bit too small to be what I was expecting. Anyways, I also got an AirPod case because I don't have a case for my AirPods. Sometimes I drop it, sometimes it gets scratches, you know. These are my AirPods. I love my AirPods. Okay, I'm an Apple girly, and honestly, these AirPods I bought quite a long time ago, but they were the best investment I ever made. I used to think that AirPods were so stupid because the whole idea of sticking something into your ear, and it looks so stupid. And I remember I used to make fun of people that had AirPods, and then my dad got AirPods, and then my sister got AirPods, and then I tried it out and I was like, this is actually kind of cool. So it looks like this. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more pink. I feel like it's a bit yellow. Did I put it the right way? Is this supposed to be like this? Oh no, I think I put this backwards. I finished reading Save Me. And not gonna lie, I feel like I'm kind of obsessed. Last night I had, I think, like 5% left to read, and then I spent the whole entire night dreaming about it, but I couldn't wake up until like 9:40. But the whole entire time I was like, oh, I really want to finish this book. I just couldn't wake up, so I finished it and I'm starting Save You, and I am literally so obsessed with this book. I just really love the characters and I feel like they're well written. James especially, he has his flaws, but I feel like at the same time, I wouldn't say he's a green flag, but in a way you can tell how much he loves Ruby because he's literally so devoted to her. The way that he describes her, especially because we get his point of view sometimes, it's just so sweet, and you can tell he loves her so much, especially because I feel like some characters who are written this way, especially the rich trope, I feel like they can be very arrogant and possessive, but for him he's kind of like, oh, if she doesn't want to take me back, then I can't force her to. I really love Ruby's character as well because just the beginning of Save Me, I love her ability to stand up for herself, but she's also a really good person. She has a lot of empathy. Anyways, I have more packages that I wanted to unbox because I literally got everything yesterday. Also, I did fix my AirPods. It's quite pretty, but it looks yellow. I thought it was gonna have like a tinge of pink, like baby pink, but instead it's really yellow. So I basically bought the, what is it called, like the zero base one toy, but I got it from AliExpress. So it's not the official toy because I think they all sold out when I wanted to get one. So I wanted the keychain and I got it. And I got Gibbons one because my bias. I got some organizers for my drawers because I have a lot of like socks and stuff and they're all over the place because there's a lot of them. So I'm gonna try and organize them so that they're easier to find. The last package I have is this big package, which is my new backpack. I finally bought a backpack for uni and I swear every single semester I have gotten a new bag. So in my first year I used a backpack, but it was like a hiking bag, so it was very big, and I was like, I cannot use this because it's so big and I'm losing all my stuff. And then I also had this free bag that my sister got from her uni, but then it broke. And then after that I was like, I'm not gonna buy another backpack. So instead I bought like tote bags because it was just easy for me. Oh no, I bought the 𝐦𝐿 two-way utility bag where it's like a tote bag and a backpack. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It basically looks like this, right? It's a backpack, it's a tote bag, but the issue with it was that it was also too big for me because a lot of my stuff would get lost in it and it was kind of hard for me to find things that I need. And then I bought the BuGuMi shoulder bag as well, which is also really nice. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I connected the bag and everything, so it basically just looks like this. There's a lot of pockets in it, which is quite nice, so I can like divide all my stuff in it. And look, I can put my Kindle in this space here because they have like a pocket here. So I'm like, oh my god, I can fit my Kindle in here. Now I'm gonna start organizing my socks. So I finished doing my socks, and because some of them, well, all of them obviously wouldn't fit, so I put, if they could fit 2 socks in one compartment, but there wasn't enough space obviously, so I put all my fluffy socks at the back of the drawer. But yeah, now it looks kind of clean, which I'm really happy about because it was a mess, as you guys saw before, and it drove me honestly so mad because I had to like scourge through the drawer to find the actual pairs of the socks. So this will definitely make it easier, and I'm so happy because I was so excited for this to come so I can finally organize everything. This week I received a lot of orders, which I'm so grateful about, and I basically sell bookmarks, which include magnetic bookmarks, regular bookmarks, and meta bookmarks, which are my most popular product. So the majority of the week is me spending time making and packing these orders, and I do also get tired, so I tend to take breaks in between. See, I'm telling you, okay, Ruby really loves reading manga, and then the first time that she and James talk, she tells him that she likes reading manga, and she says that her favorite is Death Note. So can you guess what he did? He makes a Goodreads account and he wants to start reading books. There was something that she said that he repeated and she was like, oh, you remember that? And then he says, of course I remember it. I remember everything, boo boo. So I finished reading Save You, so I'm in the middle of reading Save Us right now, and I'm so excited to finish it because you guys have no idea how much I love this series. It's honestly so unexpected, but I think one of the other reasons why I really like it, when I was just thinking about it, is the fact that their relationship is actually pretty healthy because they communicate with each other, and even though they may have some instances of miscommunication, they do clear it up pretty quickly, and you can tell how much they care for each other, which is why I like their relationship. And I feel like all the drama, I guess, comes from external factors. It's not even them. After lunch, we went to look at some cars because the car that we have is nearly as old as me and we wanted to get a new car eventually, so we basically looked at a bunch of electric cars, which was really cool. I think because our car is so old, looking at cars with new technology is just really weird. The car just felt very smooth and the whole screen and everything, it was just so different from what I'm used to, so the whole thing felt amazing. My role was to just test out what it feels like to sit in the car because I can't drive. I literally just sat in the back seat, played some Pokemon Go and just kind of looked at what the car felt like and the different features it had. After that, we did a bit of grocery shopping, but I was really hungry because we were out basically for the whole day, so I ended up buying this cupcake, which was literally a cake in a cup, and it was a rose and lychee flavor cake, which was pretty nice, but it was basically just cream and it was very, very sweet. And then I also ordered this creme brulee fresh brown sugar kind of drink. I ended up eating both of them while going back home in the car because I was just so hungry. I could not wait to go home and eat dinner, but both of them were really good. I really liked the creme brulee drink. On Saturday, I basically just did what I've been doing this whole entire week, so I started off with editing this video actually, which ended up being more than 2 hours long. My goal was to make it under 20 minutes or like maybe a little bit over, but from editing this video I can already tell it's like way over 20 minutes. I finished reading Save Us, which if you couldn't tell, I absolutely love this book and the series so much, and I even wrote a review about it because I needed to talk about this book more in depth, but I basically saved it into my On the Bookshelf collection, which is basically books that I don't want to delete from my Kindle, and it's basically my imaginary physical bookshelf. You know, like if I could buy books to own them physically, then these are probably the books that would be on my shelf. And there are also books that I may reread. In 2020, I started a bullet journal for school just to write down all the things that I needed to do. But after that, I got really tired of journaling, so I just stopped doing it, and recently I wanted to get back into journaling. Obviously, I add some bookish content, so I started writing down all the books that I read in 2024. I wrote down a list of book series that I have to finish, and I did a June wrap-up, but then after that I was like, there's no point in doing wrap-ups anymore. I updated my 2024 reading list because I just finished Save Us, and I have different keys, so the yellow stars mean it's a 5-star. I made another key which were my favorite books, and I basically just surrounded it with love hearts. I give a lot of books 5 stars, but my favorite books are basically just books that I don't stop thinking about. I started making a reading list because in my previous bullet journal I used to make a yearly reading goal, but this time I didn't want to make a specific goal which I had to complete in a year. I just wanted to write down books that I've been wanting to read for a while or books that have just recently popped up on my radar. And if I do end up reading it, I can just tick it off my list, which makes me feel more accomplished. I took a bunch of books that were in my previous list, which is my 2023 reading list, and I also added some books such as different series that I have to complete and other books that I've been interested in reading. And this is my 2023 reading list, as you can see, which I did end up reading quite a lot of them.
Next, I got to working on my small business again, making and packing bookmarks, and I had to stock up on my magnetic bookmarks. I also worked on packing some of my other bookmarks, which included my Grace Fairy bookmark and my Heaven's Official Blessing bookmark, which I filmed for TikTok. Okay, so I've already packed these orders, but I have 2 more to pack, which are these 2. So it's the strawberry bookmark and the 𝐜𝐮𝐬𝐬𝐬 inspired bookmark, but I spent like the last 2 hours making it and I'm just too tired, so I'm gonna pack it another day. But that's basically all I did this week. I know it feels like I did a lot, but obviously I just filmed the things that are actually interesting. Otherwise, I honestly just laid in my bed, watch TikToks, read some books. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye!